Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth with Osezwa Elimike. Today, we will be discussing inner management. Let's have this very clear that we are energy, and everything that has life is energy. That everything we ever desire, everything in life, as long as they contribute to our sense of well-being, our sense of bliss, our sense of satisfaction and joy, if they emanate from our desires, then they are energy. Don't forget also that all of these things we're talking about, everything you will ever desire in life is energy. Everything you will ever desire, you have ever desired, that you have ever had, is first of all thought. Thought is an energy of the thinker. Don't forget this, that thought has a function. It is either to help you or to hurt you. It depends on the origin of the thought. Everything in your life, whatever you have ever desired, is energy. And it is not an external energy, funny enough. They may be external in their manifestations. All the things you want: relationship, job, growing business, whatever it is that you will ever desire in your life, they are all energies. And they have to become your own energy for them to serve you. If they are not your energy, they are not made native, they can't serve your good purpose. The purpose of this video is to show you how you can convert every single thought energy in your system to a thought that serves your purpose. I am Osezwa Anthony Elimike. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the drill. Let's begin by saying that every single feeling that is happening inside of you requires your attention. You need to clearly understand that as you are having a feeling, you are actually generating realities. Every time you have a thought and it connects with an emotion inside of you, it connects with a feeling inside of you, what you are doing, my friend, is that you are generating a reality that is in tie with that thought and that feeling. Always. Now, if you are feeling bad, if you are feeling cheated, if you are feeling used, if you are dwelling on the thought of people not being nice to you, of people being nasty to you, of people avoiding you, of people treating you not the way you want them to treat you, what you are doing is that you are generating every single reality that connects on a one-on-one relationship with these thoughts. So you are not helping anybody. You can hate somebody, you can have somebody you hate that you are thinking about, and that person's thought is making you generate so much bile within you, and you begin to have other multiplicity of thoughts and emotions coming in along that line. Even things that have not happened begin to form possibilities within your mind, and you are thinking of them. My friend, what you are doing is that you are generating a reality that cages you within that world. And meanwhile, you are asking for a life that is more abundant. You will have it unless you change these thoughts, unless you change this pattern of life. Question I will always ask is, when you wake up every morning, what is your first feeling? You see, when you have a life that you want to create and you are working at it, it doesn't seem to be happening. You are trying to change your physical reality, your present reality. It doesn't seem to be working. And then you begin to wonder what is going on. The truth is, don't look outside. Don't be looking at people who may be responsible. Don't be looking at external causes, what you are not doing materially, physically to make them happen. What you should be doing is to be looking inwards and telling yourself, what are these things that are constituting my energy? What are the things that rouse my feelings? How do I respond to the realities around me, to the occurrences, to the events around me? It is these reactions that are creating these realities that you are not in love with. They are perpetuating the state you are now. If you want to have a new life, my friend, you have to have a new pattern of thinking. And that pattern of thinking will actually generate a new set of habits, a new set of routines for you. It has to be. Internal management is about being aware, first of all, not to control now. Listen very carefully. It's about, first of all, being aware of how you organize your internal energy. Are they haphazard? Are you trying to organize your thoughts? You are trying to think of something positive, trying to think of a good thing, and then suddenly something else comes and takes your energy away, takes your thought away to another level entirely, and you follow it. That's how you are. If you want a change in your life, you have to go back to those aspects of your life. If you cannot positively stay happily right now, and you are trying your best to stay happy and you are not able to do it, there is something I will advise you to do. Because one thing I know about the human mind is that it needs a point of reference. It needs history. It needs something to connect with it. Therefore, you cannot create out of nowhere, really. You have to create out of something. And that something has to have been an experience you have had. The simple way is to use feelings. Have you ever had a moment in your life when you were very ecstatic, when you were so happy? Now, what I will ask you to do is that break the routine, because right now, what you are having is that you are having a life you don't like right now, because there was a point that life was created and there were a lot of signatures, there were a lot of energy moments in which that life was created, and you are always dwelling on those moments. You are always remembering those moments. You see that? Now, because you have come to be very used to dwelling on moments of experiences in your life, therefore, you cannot but stay on dwelling on experiences. Now, instead of staying away from experiences entirely, say, cut out from your past, the other way to do it is to now say, okay, mind has a habit, and that habit is going to the past, dwelling on the past, or going to the future and dwelling on thoughts of the future. The truth is that the future does not exist, the past no longer exists, so they are actually nothingness. But this is one thing about mind: it has acquired a habit following this pattern. What do you do? Fight the mind? Never. Don't. I will never encourage you to fight the mind. What you will do is to follow the mind, follow the routine of the mind. But this is what you will do: take the mind to beautiful past, when you were ecstatic, when good things happened to you, when people thought beautifully about you, when love was around you, when there was romance, when there was growth and development. Go to those areas consistently, because we build our lives by the emotions we feel every moment. Therefore, you want a life that is ecstatic, you want a life that is romantic, you want a life that is enviable. The life of your dream starts with this. So you have had them before. It's not possible that you have never had a good life. Therefore, follow the mind. As the mind is going to the past, take him to those areas. Okay, guy, you want to take a trip to the past? Not so? Fine, let's do it together today. I want to take you to some places you may not have remembered. But I know if I take you there, you will remember them, you'll be ecstatic about them. Let's go, friend. When I was 6, when I was 9, when I was 11, when I gained admission to the university, when I entered secondary school for the first time, the smell of those good books that were bought for me, you know, all of those beautiful moments, they might be tiny because right now, you see them as, they were past feelings. They didn't give, well, I need something big. Now, don't forget, if you do not value what you have already, you can't get new things. And if you study the Bible, each time the prophet or God was to deal with anybody, you always ask them, what do you have now? Moses, for example, what do you have on your hand? A rod. In the case of the widow, what do you have in your house? A pot of oil and a little flour. So there must be something. When they came to the Lord Jesus Christ and asked him for that, people were hungry, and he asked them, what do you have? So it is always about what you have. Life wants to deal with you on the basis of your substance, and don't ever underrate, don't underestimate what you have. So right now, life has been difficult because you have been trying to create out of nothing. Even the Lord Almighty did not create out of nothing. He first of all exhibited the thought of what he wanted and then generated it. In our own case, mind is used to history trip. Then take mind to history trip and only take it to stops where you were ecstatic, when things were beautiful. That way you can connect. Once you can teach mind to connect that way with things beautiful, mind will come to trust you and understand that you understand what you're looking for. So when mind gets used to something, my friend, mind doesn't want to leave it. So at the end of the day, when you have taken mind round and round those trips, those moments of your joy, those moments of your bliss, when things really happened for you, mind becomes used to it. Now mind no longer wants to go to those negative sides anymore. It will take a little while, but it is consistency. When mind no longer wants to go to those areas anymore, what do you think will happen? You can then now tell mind, okay, we have exhausted history, let's create something fresh. Oh, but of course, you see, the more you dwell on positive things, the more positive things begin to happen to you. You realize that as you are dwelling on those past, more beautiful things begin to happen to you in the moment, so you have enough to dwell on. You get it? So please don't fight your mind. Don't try to. In the next video, I will talk about things to avoid that are presently keeping you down, because there are certain things in your life right now, they are present but you are not aware of them. They are keeping you from marching forward. That will be the next video.